Hello everyone, I hope so. You are doing good even in this lockdown situation very well. This 10th standard is quite important thing, and that too the reduced syllabus has been confined has with the limited portions for this year of academic 2020 and 2021. And here we go with the numerical chapter by name mole concept. In that mole concept, we will be discussing about how to go ahead with empirical formula calculation and molecular formula calculation, right? So we will now discuss about what is empirical formula at first, and then we will be able to calculate what is empirical formula and how to calculate the empirical formula of a compound. So we will begin without any further delay now. So basically empirical formula is nothing but a simplest formula, that's it. Okay, how much ever you can reduce a formula and you can explain, that will be called as an empirical formula. So as per the definition, you can observe here, the empirical formula of a compound is the simplest formula which gives the simplest whole number ratio of an atoms of different element present in one molecule of a compound. Present in one molecule of a compound is called as empirical formula, right? So generally speaking, empirical formula is nothing but simplest formula. Okay boys, right? Here we need to remember three major formulas when we discuss this empirical formula always. So what are the three major formulas we need to keep in mind when we do the calculation of empirical formula? What are the three formulas? Number one, molecular formula is equal to n into empirical formula, right? Molecular formula is equal to n into empirical formula. If you want to calculate molecular formula, means the formula is molecular formula is equal to n into empirical formulas, right? So the next formula we are supposed to make use in this calculation is molecular formula weight. Molecular formula weight, or we normally call it as molecular weight, is equal to n into empirical formula weight. So this formula can be obtained, from the above, because every formula will have its own weight. Every compound is obtained with a combination of elements, so every element will have the mass, so therefore they will be having their own weight. Therefore molecular weight is equal to n into empirical formula weight, right? And sometimes in this calculation of molecular formula or empirical formula, we will be in a condition to make use of vapor density. So vapor density might be given in some questions. At the time when vapor density is provided in the question, you are supposed to make use of the third one, molecular weight is equal to 2 into vapor density. So this is also another formula which is used to calculate molecular weight. Hope these are the three formulas we need to keep in mind while doing empirical formula calculation. Is that clear, all of you? Is that clear? Right, chalo. So we'll go with the empirical formula calculation, the first compound. So let us see how to calculate empirical formula now. So keep in mind that empirical formula is the simplest whole number ratio. Okay, when you do some calculation, you need to get a simplest whole number ratio, not a fraction and not an what to say decimal values. You need to get only a simplest whole number ratio. So generally, the moment when the question is given to you, you should be able to calculate, you should be able to understand whether the compound given is an organic element or inorganic, whether the element given is an organic or inorganic. So sometimes you might have been provided with carbon, hydrogens and oxygen, so those elements are being called as organic compounds, so because they give you a different formulas of organic compound. But here in this question, you observe here we have a question listed like this: find the empirical